bartender Stephanie. Thank our caterer and the Toulouse band. Thank you very much. Third and most important, I want to thank Karen for deciding we should have a party. The second thing I want to do is introduce some of the people that the majority of you may not know that are here tonight. First are the twins. I'll try to introduce them in the way I remember meeting them. There's the twins, Nancy Salgado and Jeff Doherty, my brother and sister. Nancy's from Fontana, California, and Jeff's from Naperville in Illinois. There's Chris Luther and her friend Sarah Fujieta. Chris's family and our family met when we were in Hacienda Heights, California at church when we were 8 or 9 years old. But Chris and I became real good friends once we got out of high school and started backpacking this Sierra Nevadas. Keith and Mary Forrester. Keith and I met either in Boy Scouts or in junior high. We can't remember which. I met Mary right after Keith met Mary. There's Mark or Barney Barnett and Joyce Barnett and Ken and Renee Campbell. I've been Barney and Ken's friends since high school. Don't let them believe, don't ask them any stories. Don't ask them. I met Joyce when Joyce and Barney were roommates at UCI, UC Irvine, and they had a little apartment on Balboa Island, and we'd have study nights on the weekends. Whatever we studied, we learned it rarely well. I don't think it had anything to do with college. You doing okay, Gary? All right, good. And just in case you don't recognize them, they're my boys Patrick and Guy. Patrick's girlfriend Jimmy's here. Hey, Jerry. Thank you. And my nephew Jeremy Salgado. And Linda. California. There's my buddy Dave Lico. Dave and I worked in Anchorage together. Then we worked over there. And then we worked in Seattle. And then we worked on the Intel team. And then we worked on the retail team. And we're still trying to fix GE, but I'm going to let Dave take care of that. And then there's Randy and Anne-Marie Swartout. Now, Randy and I worked in many of the same locations with GE, just not always at the same time. About 3 years ago, I was told by my young boss, everybody that worked for her needed to have a mentor. So about a month after that, they asked me who my mentor was. I explained it was Randy. And she didn't know Randy. And I said, how's it possible you don't know Randy? She says, where does he work? I said, Randy doesn't work, he's a GE retiree. She says, how is it possible that a retiree could be your mentor? I said, my definition of a mentor is a person in a position you want to hold someday. So the last people I want to introduce are my brother Gary and his wife Sylvia.
Gary.
Hey, Gary!
So they were planning on being here, but Gary had a surgery on July 7th, and he's getting better. He doesn't look any better. But Gary, if Gary was here, he would want to do two things. The first thing he would do is want to have a drink with you.
Yeah.
The second thing he'd want to do is explain why it's a good idea to have a tattoo of a lawnmower right here on your chest. I cannot explain the lawnmower on the chest, but I can suggest we all raise our glass to Gary to have a drink. Thank you.
Love you, bro.
So the third thing I want to talk about tonight is telling stories. Not that I know anything about them. Karen was hoping a story too would be told, but
You guys got to come forward.
I don't know if that's a good idea. But there's three things you want to do when you tell a story. The first thing you want to do is talk no longer and keep your audience's attention. Okay, number 2. Always try to tell a believable story. And number 3, if you can't tell a believable story, tell a true story. People make the party, everybody thanks for coming.
announcements now.
So before you go back here, so as you know, Karen are our neighbors, and we could not be
Closer to
happier.
your mouth.
Could not be happier to have them. For how many years? Most of the time. Over 20 years. And so Jim is going to say a few words, and I'm going to be his beautiful assistant.
It just worked out that way, right? So Charlie's been working for GE for a very long time. Up to your mouth. What? Can you hear me now? Customers and management will miss him.
They will.
They will. They've grown accustomed to seeking his wisdom on what's next. Charlie has grown accustomed to pushing their buttons. All this will be over soon. After so many years, Charlie might not know what to do.
Oh, I'm not worried. I didn't know.
We're worried.
I didn't know.
We're worried. And living as close as I am to you, we're worried. So to help,
Inside joke.
so to help with the transition to retirement, to ease out of the limelight,
Oh yes.
we came up with a little device.
That's right.
And so,
A MacGyver device? A MacGyver device,
MacGyver
not
device.
just any device.
so,
MacGyver
so
device.
there's no more clamp-on current meters for those power systems.
Yeah.
No more watt meters to see how much is being consumed. We've come up with the what meter.
So what, Peter?
The what meter.
What may I ask it is?
What is it? Is a good question. Go ahead, Charlie. Unveil the what meter. Drum roll. Charlie's what meter. So, we've got a few buttons for him to push. The first one is,
Oh, of course.
what day is it? The next button he's going to push is what's for dinner. The next button he's going to push, what story is next? The next one, what now? And Charlie, I'll let you push the next button there. The button's labeled pulse alarm.
Wait. I have one of those automatic ones like Jeff does.
And it says, whatever.
Very good. I needed that. Thank you very much. I don't have one of those. Thank you.
Like that.
Very much.
Way to go, here's the case.
I get a case?
Made a nice case. You can.